If you're over 50 and trying to eat healthy, you might actually be making your legs weaker without realizing it. And the scary part? Most doctors don't warn you about this silent muscle mistake. The climbing stairs feels harder, or getting up from a chair takes more effort. This could be why. Today, I'll explain the common healthy habit that quietly accelerates muscle loss after 50, and the simple fix that helps protect your leg strength and independence. Stay with me, because one small change can make a big difference. If you're over 50, and lately you've noticed your legs feel weaker, your knees feel stiffer, or stairs seem steeper than they used to, this video is for you. And no, it's not just aging. What if some of the healthy foods you eat every day are working against your mobility? Not because they're bad, but because your body has changed. Today, we're not attacking fruit. We're talking about portion size, blood sugar response, and how metabolism shifts after 50. Because the truth is, after 50, your body plays by different rules. After 50, most adults begin losing muscle mass naturally. This is called sarcopenia. On average, adults lose 1% of muscle mass per year after 50, and it accelerates after 60. At the same time, insulin sensitivity may decline. That means your body doesn't move sugar into muscles as efficiently as it once did. When sugar stays elevated in the bloodstream too often, it can contribute to inflammation, circulation changes, and fatigue. Fruit itself isn't the enemy, but large amounts of sugar, even natural sugar, without protein or movement, can work against muscle strength. Keycap 1 Bananas. Bananas are rich in potassium and helpful for blood pressure. But one large banana contains about 27 grams of carbs. For seniors with prediabetes, diabetes, kidney issues, portion matters. Recommendation: heavy checkmark half banana, heavy checkmark pair with peanut butter or Greek yogurt. Keycap 2 Grapes. Grapes are easy to overeat. A small bowl can equal the sugar of a soda. If you struggle with high uric acid or blood sugar swings, large portions may increase inflammation. Recommendation: heavy checkmark small handful only. Keycap 3 Mango. Delicious but very dense in natural sugars. One full mango can spike blood sugar in some older adults. Recommendation: heavy checkmark half cup, heavy checkmark eat after protein meal. Keycap 4 Pineapple. Contains bromelain, which can support digestion, but it's also acidic and high in sugar. If someone has acid reflux, sensitive stomach, monitor reaction. Keycap 5 Watermelon. Hydrating, yes, but its sugar absorbs quickly. Recommendation: heavy checkmark 1 cup max, heavy checkmark not on empty stomach. Keycap 6 Oranges. Excellent source of vitamin C. But if you have reflux or joint sensitivity, notice how your body responds. Keycap 7 Green Apples. High in fiber, but unripe apples can cause bloating in some seniors. Now let me ask you something important. Have you noticed any of these subtle signs lately? Afternoon energy crash. You eat fruit mid-morning, and by 2 p.m., you feel drained. Leg heaviness by evening. Your calves feel tight. Not injured, just heavy. Morning stiffness. Your knees feel locked for the first few steps. Tingling in feet. Not constant, but occasional pins and needles. Cravings after eating fruit. Fruit alone sometimes increases hunger instead of satisfying it. Belly fat increasing. This is often a sign your insulin response has changed. If 2 or more of these apply to you, it means your metabolism deserves a smarter strategy. When you eat carbohydrates, your body releases insulin. In younger adults, muscles absorb sugar efficiently. But after 50, especially without strength training, muscle cells become less responsive. Important line: the less muscle you have, the fewer storage tanks your body has for sugar. Here's the mistake: replacing protein with fruit. Breakfast: toast plus banana lunch. Salad plus apple snack. Grapes. Over time, muscle declines faster. After 50, protein is protective. Fruit is supportive, not foundational. I recently spoke with a 62-year-old viewer who said, "I eat clean, oatmeal and fruit every morning." But she was getting weaker. When she added 20 grams of protein to breakfast and reduced fruit portions, Her energy stabilized within weeks. Heavy checkmark Greek yogurt plus blueberries. Heavy checkmark cottage cheese plus pineapple, small portion. Heavy checkmark apple slices plus almond butter. Heavy checkmark mango pieces after lunch. Sometimes leg weakness isn't sugar, it's dehydration. Heavy checkmark 6 to 8 glasses water. Heavy checkmark add pinch of salt, if doctor approved. Heavy checkmark magnesium-rich foods. Try this simple test. Sit in a chair. Stand up without using hands. Repeat 10 times. If this feels difficult, your priority is strength training, not just eliminating fruit. The real mobility destroyers are sedentary lifestyle, low protein intake, chronic inflammation, poor sleep, uncontrolled diabetes. Myth: fruit sugar is unlimited because it's natural. Reality: excess is still excess. Fiber helps, but the total load matters. Myth: fruit alone keeps me healthy. Reality: after 50, muscle depends more on protein and resistance exercise. Prioritize protein. Aim for 1.2 g per kg of body weight. Eggs, fish, lentils. Strength train 2-3x per week. Chair squats, wall push-ups, bands. Choose lower sugar fruits. Blueberries, strawberries, avocado. Follow the 15-minute rule. Never eat fruit alone. Pair with protein/fat. Earlier, we talked about protein and muscle loss after 50. But here's the truth most people never hear. Leg weakness doesn't begin in the gym. It begins in your daily habits. It begins in how you hydrate, when you eat, and how your legs communicate with your brain. If you ignore these 3 silent systems, you can eat healthy and still feel weak. Today, we fix that. Pause. Slow zoom. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you drank water before you felt thirsty? Most people over 50 don't realize something critical. Your thirst mechanism weakens with age. By the time you feel thirsty, you are already mildly dehydrated. Now let's connect this to your knees. Your knee cartilage is about 70 to 80% water. It acts like a shock absorber. When properly hydrated, cartilage is smooth and elastic. When dehydrated, it becomes compressed and less resilient. That stiffness you feel getting up from a chair? Sometimes it's not just aging, it's hydration. Now let's bring fruit into the picture. Fruit contains natural sugars, fructose and glucose. When those sugars circulate in a body that isn't well hydrated, your tissues may be more vulnerable to a process called glycation. Glycation is when sugar molecules bind to proteins like collagen. Collagen is what gives your tendons and ligaments flexibility. Over time, and I mean over years, excess glycation can make tissues less elastic. Not because fruit is bad, but because context matters. Hydration changes the context. So here's the simple shift. Before fruit, drink water. 8 ounces. Think of it as lubricating your system before introducing fuel. This tiny habit can improve joint comfort, tissue elasticity, metabolic efficiency, small action, long-term payoff. Now let's talk about something almost no one discusses. Your metabolic clock. Your body runs on circadian rhythms. Hormones like insulin, cortisol, and melatonin rise and fall throughout the day. The morning and afternoon, your body is primed to use energy. At night, your body is primed to repair and store. After 50, metabolic flexibility decreases, which means your body becomes slightly less efficient at switching between burning and storing fuel. So when you eat high-sugar foods late at night, even healthy fruit, your body is more likely to store that energy. Not because fruit is evil, but because movement is low. No walking, no muscle contractions, no glucose uptake by active tissue. Instead, more energy may be directed toward fat storage. And visceral fat, the fat around organs, is not passive. It releases inflammatory compounds. Chronic inflammation can interfere with muscle recovery and insulin sensitivity over time. And insulin resistance is directly linked to muscle decline. So here's the empowering shift. Use fruit as fuel, not dessert. Follow the sunlight rule. Eat fruit before 4 p.m. Pair it with activity. Even a 15-minute walk. Turn sugar into strength. Don't let it turn into storage. The brain-leg axis. Now we get to the most powerful connection of all. Your legs and your brain are in constant communication. Research in longevity science consistently shows lower body strength is one of the strongest predictors of long-term independence and cognitive health. When you contract large leg muscles, quads, glutes, calves, your body releases signaling molecules called myokines. One of them is cathepsin B. Cathepsin B has been associated with neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections. This means something profound. Every squat is also a brain exercise. Every brisk walk sends biochemical signals upward. Movement increases blood flow. Blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients. Oxygen supports mitochondrial health. Mitochondria power both muscle and neurons. This is not just fitness. This is neurological insurance. Strong legs are linked with better balance, lower fall risk, improved insulin sensitivity, better executive function. You're not training for vanity. You're training for autonomy. Your legs are the battery that keeps your brain charged. And the moment you stop using them, the signal weakens. The hidden muscle killer, inactivity, microdecay. There's something even more dangerous than bad diet. Inactivity. After 50, muscle protein synthesis becomes less responsive. This is called anabolic resistance. If you sit most of the day, muscle breakdown slowly exceeds muscle building. You won't notice it in a week, but in 5 years, it shows. This is why small daily movement beats occasional intense workouts. Consistency beats intensity. Here's your complete system. Keycap 130G protein anchor. Start your day with adequate protein to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Keycap 2 sunlight fruit rule. Eat fruit earlier. Pair it with motion. Keycap 3 hydration buffer. Water before sugar. Protect your joints. Keycap 4 10, 10, 10 movement. 10 squats. 10 calf raises. 10-second wall sit. 3 times per day. That's 90 squats a day. Without a gym. Without equipment. Just discipline. Picture yourself at 80. Are you steady on your feet? Can you climb stairs without fear? Can you carry groceries? Strength is not about ego. It's about dignity. Independence is built one habit at a time. Aging is mandatory. Feeling old is optional. Choose hydration. Choose timing. Choose movement. Choose strength. The Nighttime Repair Shop. So far, we've talked about how your daytime nutrition affects your strength. But here's the good news. Your muscles aren't built in the gym. They're rebuilt at night. After 50, your body still releases growth hormone during deep sleep. Growth hormone plays a key role in muscle repair, tissue recovery, and metabolic balance. But here's where timing matters. If you eat high-sugar foods, including fruit, too close to bedtime, your insulin levels remain elevated. And when insulin is elevated late at night, the natural rise in growth hormone may be reduced. Think of it this way. Your body can either focus on storing energy or repairing tissue. It doesn't do both efficiently at the same time. This doesn't mean fruit is the problem. It means timing is the strategy. The empowerment shift. Finish your fruit intake at least 4 hours before bed. Give your insulin time to return to baseline so your body can prioritize overnight repair. That's how you wake up feeling lighter, less stiff, and more ready to move. The garden in your stomach. Inside your digestive system lives a complex ecosystem. Trillions of bacteria collectively known as your gut microbiome. As we age, microbial diversity often decreases. And that matters because your gut plays a critical role in nutrient absorption, inflammation regulation, and metabolic health. Fruit can support this system, but only when eaten whole. When you drink fruit juice, you remove the fiber and concentrate the sugar. But when you eat whole fruit, the fiber acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial bacteria in your gut. In return, these bacteria produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. These compounds are associated with reduced inflammation and improved metabolic function, both important for preserving muscle as we age. The takeaway is simple. Don't just eat for taste. Eat for your microbiome. Whole fruit supports your gut. and a healthy gut supports your muscles. Filling the gap. Supplements are not magic pills, but after 50, they can serve as force multipliers, especially when paired with proper nutrition and resistance training. Here are 3 worth discussing with your healthcare provider. Creatine monohydrate. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements for muscle strength in older adults. It supports ADP production, your cell's primary energy currency, and may enhance strength when combined with resistance training. Some research also suggests cognitive benefits. Vitamin D3 plus K2. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in muscle function and bone health. K2 helps direct calcium to the bones rather than soft tissues. Together, they support skeletal strength, which supports muscular strength. Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are associated with reduced inflammatory markers and may support both joint comfort and cognitive function. Important: always speak with your physician before starting any supplement regimen. Supplements should enhance your foundation, not replace it. Balancing the command center. Your hormones are the command center of your metabolism. When you snack continuously throughout the day, even on healthy foods, insulin levels can remain elevated for long periods. Over time, chronic metabolic imbalance may negatively affect overall hormonal health, including the hormones that support muscle maintenance. This is where timing becomes powerful. Instead of grazing all day, consider structured eating windows. By keeping your meals within an 8 to 10 hour period, you allow 14 to 16 hours where insulin levels can return closer to baseline. During this window, your body may better support repair, metabolic flexibility, and hormonal balance. It's not about eating less. It's about eating with intention. The springs in your step. Many people say, "My muscles feel fine, but my knees and ankles feel fragile." That's often a tendon issue. If this helped you see health differently, comment ready, and I'll send you my Senior Mobility Starter Kit, including my top 3 high-protein recipes and a 5-minute daily leg routine. And if you want more science-backed strategies for staying strong after 50, make sure you like this video.